Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now there's actually a smartphone, a flagship phone that's actually been flying under the radar, and that's actually the Honor Magic 5. Now a lot of coverage have been done on its bigger brother, the Honor Magic 5 Pro, but this guy, the Honor Magic 5, is actually a proper flagship and is available here in Malaysia for a fairly affordable price point. I would say it's one of the more affordable Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 devices. So this is going for RM3499 here, and it does come with 12GB of RAM and 256 of storage to boot. So this Magic 5 is actually a very strong device, and I've been using it for the past few weeks now, and I really thought I should do a video to talk about this particular flagship. Let's find out what it's all about. Alright, so first things first, let's talk about the design because it does look very similar to the Honor Magic 5 Pro. But what the Magic 5 here benefits from is actually a slimmer body. It's very thin, and it's actually lightweight as well. So this is going to be very nicely fitting into your pocket, on the table, and when you use it on a daily, you will definitely appreciate that lighter build and slimmer body because it just makes it feel so effortless. Now other than that, just in terms of the design language, yes, it does look very similar to the Magic 5 Pro. You still have that circular camera module right at the back, but this time it does not stick out that much. So again, the overall feel that I'm getting with the Magic 5 is that it's just a very slim and lightweight device. Alright, so now done with the design, let's talk a bit about what kind of features does it actually have. Now we're going to start off first and foremost with the display. So although this is a more affordable phone, but you still get that 120Hz AMOLED display. The refresh rate is great, everything is very smooth here, but more importantly, Honor is actually trying to give you more protection for your eyes. So if you just dig into the settings and all that, you will find this section that calls the eye comfort and sleep, where over here you will see that we have a couple of items. We have that circadian night display, we also have dynamic dimming, and these items are basically to help reduce the brightness of the display automatically. It will also adjust the temperature and all that just to ensure that you have a better sleep at night. Other than that, it also comes with Honor's very well renowned 2160Hz PWM dimming that, again, if you've seen my previous videos, it basically means that it has way lesser flickers than other devices in the market. And again, this is basically to help you with your eye comfort and promote better sleeping. Now, of course, like I said, if you are just using this phone on the daily, that AMOLED display, although it is slightly curved, does not really affect your daily usage, and you will be able to enjoy a very good, like watching movies and TV shows on this AMOLED display. Alright, so other than that, what do we have here? Let's talk a bit about the processing power. Now, what we have in here is, like I said earlier on, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 and 12GB of RAM makes it a very snappy device. Now, I was just running the Geekbench 6 test just to compare it slightly with the S23 Ultra. Now this is not a direct comparison with that phone, but I noticed that the benchmark scores on the Magic 5 was actually way higher than what I got on the S23 Ultra, and that kind of puzzled me a bit because although they are having the same processor, and the S23 Ultra even has that slightly overclocked Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy processor, but we are seeing a higher Geekbench 6 result on the Magic 5. Anyways, those are just benchmark scores. In terms of day-to-day use, of course, you can expect this kind of flagship device to give you the smoothest performance, not just in launching your applications, but also in your gaming experience. So if you're going to play games like Genshin, Mobile Legends and all that, obviously with a top-of-the-range chipset inside, you won't have any issues there. Alright, so moving on, let's talk a bit about the cameras at the back. Why is it different from the Magic 5 Pro? What are you missing, or is it really any good? So what we have here is actually a triple camera setup. This is being led by a 54MP main sensor. You also have a 50MP ultra wide, and last but not least, you have a periscope lens that does 2.5x optical zoom and up to 50x digital zoom. Now this is not as far as the digital zoom that the Magic 5 Pro can do, but if you are not into zooming into space, I think this one here actually works pretty well as well. Alright, so I'm going to share with you a couple of photo samples here. You can see that naturally it is actually a very capable camera phone. It's able to take a lot of pictures with minimal noise, great dynamic range, and of course, these days, flagship phones can take some pretty decent photos in the day. Now, other than that, it also shares one feature with its Magic 5 Pro bigger brother, and that is the AI motion sensing. Now, what this is able to do is basically you can actually use the phone to point it at the subject, capture fast movements, capture your pets or anything like that, and the phone itself will capture the image, the best shot for you. So say for example, you're in the skateboard park, or if you're just jumping around, you can actually freeze that moment in time all by the phone itself. So that feature was available on the Pro, but it's also available on the smaller, younger brother. Now, other than that, we have this Falcon capture, and that basically means, its shutter speed is very quick. And I noticed that this was especially so when taking night photos. So again, taking photos at night is a fairly quick process. You can get some pretty good shots here as well. Again, I'm going to show you guys a couple of samples of photos that you can expect to get from the Magic 5. What I can say is the night shots turn out very clean, again with minimal noise, and definitely very, very much good enough for your social media. So that's just in terms of the cameras, guys. Moving on to the next point, let's talk a bit about the battery. Now, you might think that because it is slightly slimmer than the Pro, it would have come with a smaller battery, but it actually comes with the same size battery with the Magic 5 Pro, and that is the 5100 mAh battery. And you also have that 66 watt, supercharged by Honor. That means that charging this phone is just going to be a bit quicker. But overall, just in terms of day-to-day use, I realized that the battery here was definitely good enough for a full days of use. And let's say you are a heavy gamer or anything like that, you can always leverage on that 66 watt fast charge to get your juice up in no time. Now, last but not least, it's also worth pointing out something I noticed, and that is the Wi-Fi speeds are actually much faster and more stable with Honor standalone antenna architecture. So you will be able to enjoy lesser lower latency and more faster stable speeds. Just to sum up my experience with the Magic 5, this is actually a very lightweight, proper flagship that you can get at a fairly affordable price point here in Malaysia. If you have any further questions, or if you want to know more about this device, let me know down in the comment section below. If you are in Malaysia and you do plan to get one, I do suggest to check out the local telcos here in Malaysia, because apparently Honor has been working with the local telcos to give you one of the best packages that you can get for the Magic 5. Of course, if you are buying directly from them, they also have a couple of freebies to throw away. Anyways, information down in the links below. But with that said, thank you for checking out today's video with me here today. Don't forget to drop a like, sub to the channel if you want to see more content like this, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Do stay safe, everybody. Bye!